Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, better visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, there ain't any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. First carry for Carlos Hyde. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Xavier Rhodes sprints in on the corner blitz for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Out to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Throwing, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And it's complete. They're going to get the first. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run. From the red zone now, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Okay, just like that, just like that.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Cousins eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. It's a short kick taken at the 15. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 71 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He finds Hopkins complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. From the 50, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man, it's QT. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A first down carry now for Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Cook following the penalty. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. On first down, Cook. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson, and the catch made by Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 58 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now Cook. And an alley to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 87 yards. Yep. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal.
Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Whitney merciless. Getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. On second down, it's Cook. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Cook. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now Cousins on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is QT, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2, Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Throwing on first down, but this one... Lines up to be incomplete.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw is Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
They'll come out in the pistol. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offensive rush coming, and he's taken down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Cousins here to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins from his end zone on 3rd down. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Jones on the return.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. One last throw here for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say
game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but I
like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. Brandon Gaudin, you've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.